Hello, hopefully this works this time. I tried to record this video a few times. I have the first part of a tour of my save file sort of kept, but then I lost the next 30 or so minutes of footage and it feels too short without all of the extra stuff I added on. So I thought I would give a little tour and hopefully it would not crash and die on me. I thought I'd give a tour of StrangerVille, my favourite town in The Sims 4. I've changed a few things about StrangerVille. I have not finished it by any means. I need to update the library and these 3 lots. But then I'll be pretty much done. I've not finished all the builds yet either. I have finished most of them, and I love the characters that live here. So we'll start off with my community lot. So, those of you that don't play The Sims, StrangerVille is like the Stranger Things expansion pack, or is it a game pack? I can't remember. But there's like a big StrangerVille secret that you need to uncover as you play through. So in the other worlds it's like completely sandbox, but this one you have the option to opt in and out of the story of StrangerVille. And in this world we have not completed it yet because I want to develop some relationships between the characters first, and I want to revert back into the story for people that are downloading the save file. So my first lot that I made was Jameson's Bar and Karaoke. It is a karaoke bar, but as you can see it's not just one building, it's technically 2. So on the right we have the bar side, and you go inside, it's typical StrangerVille stuff. This replaces the lot the bar was on, by the way. I should add some greenery and stuff around the side, maybe some bins, but I've not done that quite yet. This is up on the gallery. If anyone should want to download it, my ID is just JazzJunkin. Never mind then. Yeah, it's just JazzJunkin. You should be able to find me. You got TV up here. It's just the typical military style bar. You can go upstairs, and there's a bathroom and area to play table football. There is also a door into the second half of the building, which is the karaoke bar. So that has a separate entrance. This is the foyer. As you can see, I've got loads of posters, vending machine. There's a little table with drinks, sofa. There's a toilet here, should people need to use it. Out the back of both buildings they have things you can dumpster dive in from eco living. So like, we call them skips in the UK, but they're like dumpsters, I guess. And there are 2 karaoke rooms you can use. This is the kind of standard one, not got a screen. There's a little drinks cart outside, and this is the quote-unquote deluxe one with a screen, and it's got fewer seats. So this would be for like a bigger group just here to have fun, and this one's for more like a date, that kind of thing. And this one has some fancier drinks outside. There's also some vending machines up here and a closet, I guess in case you need to change. This was the first community lot that I built in the entire save file, and I don't think it turned out that bad, to be honest. I'm glad it was in StrangerVille too. Get me motivated to keep up. Also, this works in the story, so military personnel and scientists will spawn here. So usually it will tell you to look at the bar for military personnel, but they come to the karaoke bar too. Just because you're in the military doesn't mean that you don't enjoy a nice sing-song. So I haven't got everyone in the world intertwined into the StrangerVille story, because that'd be unrealistic. So I'll go through the characters that aren't related to the actual story first, and then we'll go into the families that are part of the bigger story, if that makes sense. So, oh, well, this is a really nice house. Okay, well, the family that live here, the dad is a military veteran. He still works in the military, just kind of high up. And the daughter, he's meant to be disabled, but obviously that's not a good way of showcasing that in The Sims. So he's supposed to be disabled, but he can't stop working because he needs to support his daughter, who is a model. So they're not really related to Strange Things at all, apart from the fact that he's in the military. The Bliss household are very intertwined. We'll do the Cahills. This is my favourite household in the entirety of my save file. Hands down. Which is why I'm loading them up. I played with this household. I love them. I feel like there's still some more stuff that I can do to the house. But for the meantime, I don't have any intentions to do so. I think they're perfect. I love them. Oh yeah, in case I forgot to mention, I'm using the PNG model that I kind of put together quickly, just because The Sims is a bit of a intensive game, and my save file is running with maximum sim count turned off, so it's unlimited, which can make it lag a little bit. So I'm just trying to make everything as smooth as possible for you guys. I will do videos on my other worlds and stuff in the future, and I'll keep updates on when I develop the save file. I've spent hundreds of hours on this, I'm sure. So I'm more than happy to show it off. But if people want it done in the format of showing off the worlds, or if people want it in the format of going through particular storylines, please let me know. Or if you don't care about The Sims at all, that's fine. Oh, they're not going to school. The Sims. So this is Penelope. As you can see, my StrangerVille, I think, is in stage 2 or 3. The sky is purple. There's a big thing going on over the secret lab. StrangerVille spoilers. Yeah, people are getting possessed. I have Sims that have been possessed, but we'll get into that later. So George Cahill, excuse me, he lives in Penelope. She is a pre-built lot, this plane. I didn't have anything to do with this. But I did add the washing lines, and I added in the water reservoir and the generators, because he's producing for a family now, and I think they live off the grid. So I didn't realise the door said no aliens. That's kind of sad. So the whole thing with George is that he was a pilot, and he's a big conspiracy theorist, basically. But what happened was the beautiful Edna fell from the sky, and he was immediately enamored with her alien beauty. And he wifed her. He wifed her right up. What time is it? 11? Well, if we send them now, they can get back. So Edna does have a human form. Oh yeah, she's also in the Perplexed Parents Club. I didn't mean to alter. That's not what I meant to do. Sky Self. So she's in that club. And basically her disguise is... it's just her. But she's just a brunette. She doesn't like to wear it though. And George doesn't like her to wear it because, you know, she's beautiful as she is. Hadley go to school? Okay. So yeah, we've got Edna. Edna is gardening and stuff, trying to keep the household afloat. There's a little living area out here. Technically this isn't... Well, the front door's here, but... Oh, you can see all the spores and stuff. Cool. Yeah, so this is the... There are candles everywhere, as you can see. This is the living room. In here we have George's punching room. He's a very angry person. He destroys the girls' doll's house a lot. But I've also got some files still knocking around the house because it's important to the story, I think. So they have a kitchen, a little basin in the corner, a bowl of fruit, there's a fireplace. Sorry, George. And here you got cleaning supplies, the shower, the potty, and coming through here, I've completely expanded George's whole living quarters to try and accommodate for the girls. So this is their bedroom. It's got a picture of a plane, but I think the rest of it's more Penelope's touch, and they have an ensuite. Just because the girls have to use this so often. Okay, that's Genesis. So this is the twin girls' room. Lily and Hadley. So Lily sleeps in the orange bed and Hadley sleeps in the blue one. Hadley is actually trans, but you can't have Sims transition until they become teenagers. So at that point, they'll change their name to a male name. Hopefully, if the players make the correct decision. And well, I don't want to use different pronouns now, but he will become male, and it'll be awesome. So George, I think, has a bad relationship with Hadley. Oh no, he has a good relationship with Hadley, but he's a very erratic person. So no one is he's a very aggressive person. So no one's completely sure how he'll react, but I guess that's up to the player. So this is baby Genesis. And she is adorable. Got her a bad time. But this is her room. I don't really know what else to say about her. Yeah, this is the Cahill family, and they're easily my favourites of the whole save file. I don't know, I've just come to be in love with them. And the version of Old Penelope that I have here is available on the gallery if anybody wants it. Okay, let's go to the next family that's not involved. This is a kind of self-insert family. I try to make myself and a family that I may like to have, and I made my dream house and stuff. Yeah, this is this is just for me. I guess I can just describe a bit about the house before we see it. It's kind of Victorian style. I think it's Queen Anne is the word for the architecture used. But it's yellow and happy, and it has a serving hatch, which is a must for houses if I'm involved. here it is. Everyone is not at work / school. You got all these Sims go to school. So usually I would be more into right, let's pause this. Pause. Okay. So I'd be more into British stuff, but considering the location, I would never want to live in Nevada personally, but I've got plants that are more for hot climates, even though personally I prefer like sunflowers, freesias, that kind of thing. So we have a front porch with some plants on it. I like flowers. And we come in the front door. It's just, I don't know, it makes me happy. This is the living room. It looks super cozy. There's a little Amazon speaker. We have some mood lights, TV, a console, chess table. That's something. I was thinking about maybe doing a chess stream at some point. I'm not hugely good at it, but it might be fun. We've got the dining room. There's my serving hatch. That's a custom object made by me using shelves and a window from Island Living. Here's my favourite curtains from Pets. This plant features heavily in the entire house, and I don't know why. Yeah, it's just nice and cozy. We'll do the kitchen as well. I want a big kitchen. There's little plants everywhere, hanging from the curtains and stuff. We've got an ice cream maker and a popcorn machine. Fridge is always fully stocked. Got some little stuff to do with magic on the wall. Then in this room, we have Sonic, who is suffering. And I think... So Sonic the Hedgehog's like my favourite video game character, in case people didn't know. Hedgehogs are my favourite animal. And this little guy that I'm holding in my hand, he's kind of like, you know, sea hedgehog, sea urchin. And I haven't decided on a name for him yet. I was thinking like Harinez Umi, because that's like hedgehog, but also sea. But then it's, if you can't differentiate between the Umi part, it's just Harinez Umi, which just means hedgehog in Japanese. So it's a bit dumb. Then I was thinking about names like Macaroni. Someone has suggested Cheese Puff because he looks like he's made out of cheese. But if anyone has a super good name, then I might call him that. He's also got a little ghost thing on his head like a yokai would have, so maybe that could be something. I don't know. If you can think of a good one, maybe I'll change Sonic's name to match my little friend. Yeah. This is the laundry room. It's packed. It's got dog food in here and a pet bowl. We don't have a dog or a cat or anything, but I'm sure I will add one at some point. We've got a pet bed as well, just in case. In here is just a small bathroom. There are vines growing out of the sink. That's because of the StrangerVille storyline. In here is the playroom. So I've got 3 kids. And this is the playroom. I look in the garden as well. This little paddling pool. Stuff that I don't want in the house. There's a little trellis type thing with stuff. Little plots for gardening. Loads of plants. And a nice outdoor cooking area. Then if we go upstairs, this is the... It's not really a hallway, it's a landing. Got a foosball table, fireplace. Don't know what more could you want. This is the teen son's room. I think his name's Freddy. Yeah. And he's into music, so he's got a load of stuff on the wall. He's kind of emo, I can't lie, but I am still emo. So, you know, takes after his mother. he has this super cool guitar. Like, it's really good. It's a really cool guitar. And yeah, it's all sort of green, but all of his school stuff's on this wall. That's important. So I think, in the tech support career, and then my husband is a scientist. So, you know, women in STEM. In here is the bathroom. It's got an ocean theme. I wonder why that is. This is the baby's room. His name's Oliver. It's got dinosaurs and bunnies and all sorts of good stuff. And then this is my daughter Evelyn. Evie. This is her room. And her thing is that she's smart. Women in STEM! Woohoo! But she's got school stuff like her older brother. So this is the master bedroom. It's a nice marble fireplace with the phases of the moon. There's a meditation rug. This is the bed. This is my side. It has tissues and cacti because I am emotional. And then there's a jar of cookies on my husband's side because he's a treat, I guess. And then around the corner there's just a big mirror, a little stool, and a picture of a butterfly, but I imagine that would be like a family portrait or something. Which I could make happen, to be fair. Out here I have an easel, a little plant thing, and this is the master bathroom, split into two parts. So this is the toilet and the sink, and then in here is, like, it's not a wet room, but like that's kind of the intention. And then in here is the office. There are 2 computers in here. There's a load of canvases, and upstairs is a little art nook. And you can look out the window. There are some pretty good views, I guess. I'm not really a landscape artist though, so it wouldn't help me in any way. Yeah, that's my little dream house. I feel a bit like Barbie saying that. So now we can move on to people that are included in the story that I have set up for StrangerVille. Well, it's not really a story I have set up, it is the StrangerVille story. We'll go for someone that's not heavily involved first. Like, I took an existing family and edited it. So we'll just look at their little synopsis. So this is the mayor of Strangeville. His name is Ted, and he has a wife called Meredith, and she has adopted 3 children. They used to have a nanny. Well, she wasn't a nanny, she was a butler, but she was unfortunately killed by the disease that the mother plant has spread across Strangeville. That is not entirely true. I brought her down to the mother plant and I had her attack it a load of times and it ate her. So yeah, she is buried. I have a graveyard in another world, and the housekeeper's grave is actually there, and each of the Sims have a relationship with her ghost. So it's kind of a way of tying Strangerville into the other worlds. I don't think I have that for any of the other families in Strangerville. So, this is the Roswell house. It's just sort of like, it's like one of those hotels that are in the middle of nowhere, like a lodge. So Ted has the possessed trait, which means he'll randomly just, it's in the middle of the night, his energy bar and everything will go to full and he'll just wander around like a crazy person. It's quite entertaining. They have a big sound system, chess table, big kitchen, big dining area, and his bathroom, big office for Ted, lots of fans everywhere because it's hot. It's hot in Nevada. There's a bathroom here that's shared between the 3. I would say girls, but actually the child that lives in this room, they are non-binary, female assigned at birth, but non-binary, all the same, and they are moving out soon. So this is the bathroom that they currently will have to share. This is the youngest girl's room, Anita. She wants to be a vet, or she kind of wants to be a vet, but her mum's kind of pushing it. In here is a bathroom for the butlers. This is the current butler's room, and this was the previous butler's room, Mabel, and you can see her ghost there. So that's pretty creepy. This is the master bedroom. You've got the cat thing here. Meredith loves that cat. It's like her baby. Goldfish table. They have a balcony, but nothing really on it. And this is the bed. Ted does not spend a lot of time in here because he'll wake up in the middle of the night and go and do the mother plant's bidding, but whatever. Bathroom. So this is a void critter. It's called Mother, like the mother plant. So this is Christina's room. She's like scene teen, and her whole thing is that she makes good friends because she's easily impressionable. She has a picture of the sad clown above her bed, which I think could lead to some disastrous things, but that's okay. She just has a pretty typical teenage girl room. She really loves this void critter. Oh yeah, and I forgot to say that Joe's room's obviously packed up. They have the bare minimum out currently, and their bed's currently hiding a scribble that they made on the wall when they were young, I imagine. So the reason Ted's in the story is just kind of related to the normal StrangerVille story, because he is the one that let the scientists move in and infect everyone, basically. Like, he funded the experiments on the mother plant. Spoilers for StrangerVille. Don't know how many Sims fans we have in the house. We'll move on now to... We can either go to the main character, or we can go to her love interest. We'll go to the main character. So... this is a doozy. So, Poppy Bliss is the main character of my StrangerVille story. She's the one with the StrangerVille aspiration. She's the one that's made it all this way. She's the one that has contacts in places. A bit of background about her: she owns a boutique that is in Newcrest called Bliss Boutique. And in my head, it used to be a bridal shop, but it's not that anymore. It's just a sort of clothes shop. Maybe I can show off the boutique if this video is not too long. But her dad is in the military, and her mum, she is buried in the back garden. Penny. And you can see pictures of Poppy here. This is all three of them: Penny, Poppy, and Rex. So Penny's stuff is still all laid out. These are cards that she's gotten, her perfume, her gardening stuff. Rex hasn't moved it. He just sleeps in this room and then gets out, goes to work all day. Like, he is suffering. There's a small bathroom here. But yeah, so Penny's Poppy's mum, Penny, contracted a serious illness where she would run around, act a little bit crazy, dazed, until it finally took over her and laid her to rest here in the backyard. And now Poppy has started noticing similar signs in her dad, who does actually have the possessed trait and will leave the house in the middle of the night and go and just generally be weird. So she's determined to find a cure. This is a utility room, like utility closet, kitchen, dining area / living room, and then Poppy's space is upstairs. She has a workroom, so there's mannequins in here for designs and stuff. But this is her listening station because she's a researcher now. She has a laptop, loads of documents in here. This is the note that you get on your first day. If you move into StrangerVille and you have a fridge, they will take the fridge away from you and you will have to buy another one. It just happens every time. There are some keys here. I don't know what significance they have, but I'm sure there's something. A picture of her and her mother. She used to be like bright and bubbly, but now she's just so obsessed with finding out what's happened to her parents. She has done a lot of things that you wouldn't expect her to do in order to get there. And one of those things is befriending the weird guy that just moved into the trailer park down the road. And we will go and meet him now. Hopefully. So, I can't remember what his name is. I think it's Marcus Long. I'll just call him Mr. Long for now. Mr. Long is a secret agent that has moved into the trailer park in StrangerVille. He's been sent here on a special assignment, try and figure out what's going on. He's sort of undercover, asking around. But he found Poppy while they were both snooping through the secret lab, and there's a sort of implied romance that's supposed to go on between the two of them. So here's his house. He's got some solar panels, he has a satellite. He's trying not to look dodgy, so from the outside, pretty dirty, you know, standard. There is a high-tech satellite on the side here, and he's surrounded in like barbed wire, which is a bit scary. But so you come in, and in here it just looks run down, dirty. Everyone thinks that he's just kind of not taking care of anything. He's got some conspiracy posters, so people won't take him seriously if perhaps something he does let slip. Bathroom is in here. This is still pretty run down, just in case anyone comes in. But in his bedroom is where everything kind of, this is who he really is. And these windows are completely covered. These curtains never get opened. And there is a secret bookcase door into his lab. In here there are papers on the floor. There's a little streaming drone. He's got a section of the mother plant in here that's growing vines all throughout the room. He's got a secret agent computer. He's got a bug device. His training dummy. You know, it's a fancy room, and it has fancy wallpaper to prove that it's a fancy room. And there are no windows apart from that one, which is always covered. And you shouldn't really be able to see them, but you can peek and see the vines. But that's pretty normal for the people of StrangerVille. Like, everyone has vines. These windows here are completely obscured by vines, which again, it's not new. That happens in StrangerVille. And besides, you can see right into his living room, and it looks so dirty. You know, what could he possibly have in there? And what is his name? Apparently he's never slept in this bed. Okay. Yeah, there's a sort of implied romance between the two of them. Maybe I'll get the romance up a little bit before I upload the file. Allow people to start downloading it. Oh, by the way, the possessed trait doesn't kill Sims. So Poppy's mum, Penny, I also fed her to the mother plant. She was alive for a very long time while I was creating this world. and then I killed her off. I'm so awful. Yeah, you can't die from the possessed gene. You have to be eaten by the mother plant, and it's still kind of rare for you to do that. I had to press it at least like 7 times. So Poppy really, in reality, lured her mum and the Roswell housekeeper to their deaths, which makes her a bad person. There we go. So there's a lot of empty space. The Bliss Boutique, maybe I will develop that at some point, but for now there's just a little garden out the front. There's mannequins everywhere. I could, if I wanted to, make this all formal wear and turn it into that wedding shop that I'd always dreamed of, but it just doesn't seem entirely feasible. I'll just show you around quickly. This is the men's section up here, and roofing is broken. Yeah, this is the staff room. It's just for taking breaks and stuff. But the thing about this is the staff will just come and get food perpetually. I have another shop that has a computer upstairs, and that was for like role-playing purposes, and they would just go on it all the time. It's terrible. But yeah, that's a little overview of what I currently have for Strangerville. I will keep you guys updated in the future on the save file, and please do let me know if you want me to release more videos about what I've done, if you want to do it by world or just like one family per video. Well, it'll be super short, but I could maybe put it in a playlist. But yeah, thank you very much for watching. Hopefully see you again sometime in the future. Bye!